gentlemen, kids of all ages and sizes, it's time to start the show. Hey, I wanted some kind of new opener. Hey, it's Harley Day Rider here, back at you once again. Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to the show. Folks, I have a great topic for you today, one that will span all topics. It's interesting. It's an interesting perspective that I just recently had. First, let me say, HDR, where you been? Why haven't you created any new videos lately? Well, I took a week's vacation with my wife and with my friends, Ray and his wife, Pam. You remember Ray from my videos? He has the panhead motorcycle, or knucklehead, or knuckle, whatever. He has the old motorcycle. He always got my old pan, you know, so anyway. But we went on vacation, and we had a really a good time, I can say. We really did have a good time. And why am I bringing this up to you now? Well, here, I'm going to tell you about it. As we ride down this little backcountry road right here, we're going to talk about it. We first started off, we flew out of Pittsburgh International Airport, and we went down to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, okay? In Fort Lauderdale, Florida, I'm going to start my topic there. As we were in the air above Fort Lauderdale, Florida, coming in, you know, I was looking around, looking at the scenery. Like everybody always says on my videos, everybody here says, hey, I enjoy the scenery on your videos. You know, it's nice. There's nice countryside, there's hills, and I never could really put that into perspective. I mean, I've traveled a lot, don't get me wrong, over the years. We've been to a lot of places. But I really started looking on this trip. So we're flying into Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We're coming in, and I told my wife I'm looking around. I said, you know what? She said, what's it? It is really flat. Everything was just on a great plain down there on the ocean. And I started to grasp. I told her, I said, now I understand why people are saying they enjoyed my videos. They enjoy the scenery. Because it's country. You know, we have hillsides like back out in there. Yeah, I'm not going to turn my head long enough to look at that, but there's a lot of hillsides back there. I've showed you hillsides, mountaintops around here. It really puts it into perspective for me now, you know, listening to you guys. I don't want to go that way, we're going to go this way. It really puts it in perspective for me to understand with you. Like, you see the hillsides here? You wouldn't see this in Florida. Florida's just flat. So if you've never been to Florida, and I imagine a lot of your states are that way, they're just flat. There's no contrast, I guess, or hillsides, or what have you, which is fine, which is absolutely fine, and I understand now why you're saying that you enjoy the videos, and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate people saying, Jack, I like your videos, I like what you talk about. So the next step from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, we jumped another plane, and we went to San Juan, Puerto Rico. Now in San Juan, Puerto Rico, we got to Puerto Rico, and I told my wife, I said, man, this would be a really nice place to live. And she said, well, look around, HDR. And I started looking around. I said, what, hon? She goes, it's really flat again. And then we started talking to somebody. When you start talking that an island is 39 miles round or whatever it was, 39 square miles or something, that would be your riding distance every day. You get to ride 39 miles. So Ray said, well, if we do a bunch of loops, we could probably do our standard 100 to 200 mile trips. I said, yeah, Ray, that would be pretty cool, you know, but you would have to do like 2 or 3 times around the old island. You'd be just looping. So we decided that, yeah, we probably don't want to live in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Very beautiful island, very beautiful. It's not, and people say it's very beautiful country. Well, it's part of the U.S., okay? So you have to put that in perspective, that San Juan, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands are all like a part of the U.S. They're not really a state. We don't count them as a state, but we somehow claimed them. So, because we were there, we were getting ready to go on the ship, and my wife asked, she said, well, how much is that bottle of wine? It says it's $90. How much is that in U.S. currency? And the girl goes, well, ma'am, it's $90 in U.S. currency. My wife said, well, is there an exchange rate? She goes, ma'am, we are part of the U.S. We use U.S. currency just like you do. So we did not buy the $90 bottle of wine. We did, in fact, buy the $15 bottle of wine, which probably tasted just as good as the $90 bottle of wine when you're on a ship, because we went on a cruise ship. So we went on the Carnival Fascination, is the cruise ship that we were on, and Ray and Pam has never been on a cruise before. We have been on a cruise before. We've taken our kids on a cruise. We went on once years ago for an anniversary. So, you know, we knew what to expect, and, you know, we helped them along because people helped us along when we were new and taught us a lot about it. But had a really great time. We let me see if I get these right. We went to St. Thomas, which was a lovely island. Again, not too many miles round. A lot of people living there. I don't know how. I don't know what the biggest industry for all these places, really, folks, is tourism, right? The biggest industry they have is us coming there and spending our money on their goods. You know, or taking van rides, or going on, they call them excursions, you know, where you get to go on a boat, or you get to go scuba diving. You get to go out. We did some snorkeling where you go out and look at turtles, sea turtles, and swim with the turtles. You can swim with dolphins and So St. Thomas, I'm not going to put them in order because I don't remember them. St. Thomas was one. St. Kitts, St. Martin, St. Kitts, St. Martin, St. Thomas. Oh, is that the road I want? Nope, definitely not. Barbados. We were in Barbados. And I said St. Martin, St. Kitts, St. Thomas, St. Lucia was the other one. So there was 5 stops on this cruise. One day at sea. Now the one day at sea, they call this, folks, the fun day at sea. Okay? Now the fun day at sea means, and Ray had it right, that means you wake up in the morning, you open your wallet up, you take out your Sell and Sign card, you just hand it to the bar guy, because all you can do all day is pretty much drink, play bingo, or go to the show where you're probably obviously going to buy a drink. Okay? Not to sound like we're not alcoholics. That's what you do on a day at sea. You sit by the pool, the bar guy just comes, "Oh, Senor Jack, you like have another beer?" It's like, yeah, what the hell? And you hand them your Sell and Sign card. After a while, they know the number. They got the number of the Sell and Sign card down, so you don't even have to really tell them anything. I'm going to attempt to take this road, if I can find it here. That crazy cool New Yorker told me I should have rode one day, and I told him he was crazy, and I probably should not ride it. And it was not this road. I thought it was that road. Miller Road? No, not that road. Huh. Maybe I won't. I thought that was it. I thought it was called Covered Bridge Road. Maybe it's down here a little bit more. Anyway. So, the day at sea is just that. That's the day you're going to sit around and drink beers and have a drink of the day and play bingo, spend money. Bingo, $20 for 3 cards. $40 for 6 cards, $60 for $40 for 2 strips, $60 for 9 for 3 strips. So that's how they play bingo. Yeah, but yeah, they do pay out real cash, so I guess that's all right if you win. Now, on the islands, the island of St. Lucia was my favorite. How come? They had $1.50 beers. On the Carnival Cruise Line, a beer will cost you $5.95 for a 12-ounce bottle of beer. Big difference. My wife said, let's just sit here on the shore. We could just sit at St. Lucia, drink, you know, have a good old time, get tanked up, and go back on the ship. I said, well, that'd be okay, hon, if we ever got tanked up. We don't. We don't drink like that. Hey, you guys grow corn in your areas? I just wanted to show you this corn here real quick. You can see already, you might be able to see where it's getting corn on it. But my wife always says there's a saying here in Pennsylvania. Knee high, so the height of your knee, by the 4th of July, you'll have a good corn crop. This is a good corn crop here. A lot of these farmers, a lot of this stuff, it's funny because when we were kids, okay, I know some kids that will come up here and stop and they'll raid that. They'll go in there and take some ears of corn, they'll take it home and cook it. Well, that's okay, but this is usually, when you see this much corn, folks, this is not sweet corn. This is called filled corn. The difference between filled corn and sweet corn is, 1, you could break a tooth off. 2, it's usually grown for cattle. It's feed corn is what they grow filled corn for feed. So there's your lesson today in farming, like I know anything about farming. Anyway, so St. Lucia was the best for beer. St. Kitts was the absolute best. And if I get some pictures, I'm going to try to put them up somewhere. I'll tell you guys where they're at. But St. Kitts, we took a train ride. It was their main crop at one time was sugar. That was their main export, was sugar. But then they told us they found out it was costing $22 million a year to export $16 million worth of sugar, and nobody could figure this out for decades. They exported sugar for decades, but they were losing money on it all the time. So there you have it. But we took a train on there, and the old train used to be the old sugar train, where they used to haul sugar from around the island and take it down to the shores and ship it off to the cargo ships and what have you. So, and not wanting to make this video run really long, I just thought I would tell you where I've been. I've been on a 7-day Carnival cruise line on the Carnival Fascination. And the funny thing is, it's the same ship that we had our kids on, but we sailed out of Jacksonville, Florida when we had the kids, and we went anyway. It is a good time. Cruises are a good time because you can get a room for like $500 a person for 7 days, and that's all your food and all your iced tea. That's all your iced tea included. What the hell else do they have there? Iced tea, juices, coffee. Now you're gonna have to pay more for your alcohol, but all that stuff's included. Pizza 24 hours a day, hamburgers every day for lunch that Ray fell in love with. So it's a good time. All right, but thanks everybody out there for subscribing. Again, I want to hear about your vacations, what you're doing this year, where you're going, and I will talk to you next time. Take care, everybody. Harley Day Riders are going to be down and out here in beautiful southwestern Pennsylvania. Don't know if I can live anywhere else at this point after seeing some of these places. But I would like to ride with most of you guys wherever you're from. Take care, folks. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye for now.